All right. Well, we are back here with the iWealth podcast, and today we're talking about the markets. And in particular, I've got a good friend of mine that's like, I don't need a financial advisor. The markets just go up, right? If you just look at it over time, markets always go up. I'm not paying extra money for some silly financial advisor. So, as a financial advisor, talk me through, how do you answer that question?
It is a good question. I believe glass is half full. I believe the markets will always go up over time. The reality is, though, without having a financial plan or having goals in the background and somebody to help you achieve them, the widgets, the investments themselves won't matter. You'll throw money into it. You won't take money out when you've reached a goal because the next goal is always there. So you'll go past times where you could have gone on the trip, bought the thing you want.
The boat, the yacht,
exactly.
Airplane.
Because you'll be saving for the next thing. You don't have a plan of when to actually take advantage of the fact that you've met your goal.
So how do you guys actually help with that, right? Because, I mean, goal setting, that's such a personal thing, right? I don't need somebody how does that part of it work or play out?
It is. We often start a conversation with a very simple question.
Okay.
A year from now or 3 years from now, what has to happen for you personally and professionally for you to look back on that time as a success?
Okay.
And for us, it draws out things where there's going to be a career change or there's going to be a life change or there's a big trip coming, something like that. And we can start to frame a conversation around how have you prepared for it? Okay. So plans versus goals. I have a goal to do something, but how am I going to actually get there? We can help somebody formulate that. And a lot of it does come down to financial planning. You know, how are we going to tie the savings that we have towards that goal? Other times it's how do we free up our time? You know, how do we make the best use of our time to have fun in the goal or whatever it is?
So in an ideal world, right, if somebody's coming in, answer this. Is it one time a year, 2 times a year? Is this 4 check-ins? Like, what for an average, say, $100,000 household, how often should they be doing that process?
Once a year for sure.
Okay.
That would be are we still on track or have we created new goals? When we're in the early stages, though, we may need several meetings. We may need to uncover the goal itself or uncover the dream.
Yeah.
And then it may take a while to start getting stuff laser focused on it. We may have to solve things like the emergency bucket first. As Americans, we tend to absorb our pay raises and then rise to a new level. And we may not go back and think about the fact that now our emergency bucket needs to be bigger.
You need a little buffer.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very cool. So if somebody wants some help with this, right, what are kind of the next steps to that? Talk me through if I am that, $50,000 to $100,000 a year employee, do I come and sit down? Just talk me through those next steps.
Yeah, whether they're already a client of iWealth or whether they're in our community or nowadays with technology, it's really easy for us to meet with people who are even very far away. They need to find somebody they trust. So whether that's through a referral from a friend, which again, we generally don't talk about our finances with our friends.
Yep.
The older we get, maybe we talk about our healthcare more with our friends, but not necessarily our finances. So it's an area where there's not usually a great referral source. But finding that person, going out and doing a little research, and then you got to reach out. We're not going to probably reach out to you if we've never met before. You've got to come find us. And it's really simple. It's the idea of getting together, maybe over the phone the first time, just finding out whether we're a good fit, communication-wise. Do we kind of jive together? And then we got to be willing to share. If it's not everything on the table, it's pretty hard to do a real plan and really get to the goal.
Yeah, very cool. Well, hopefully somebody will be reaching out. Hopefully this was helpful to those of you guys that are out there, and we'll see you back here on the podcast sooner rather than later.
Look forward to it. Thanks.